What about those publishers, the 38% that do not endorse immediate deposit? This is the most important point, second only to the need to mandate open access. The way to mandate open access, to get a open access mandate adopted with as little delay and complication as possible, is to adopt the IDOA, the immediate deposit optional access mandate. What that means is that for the 62% of journal articles for which the journals have blessed immediate deposit, you deposit it immediately, and you make it open access immediately. For the 38% that do not yet have their publisher's endorsement, some publishers don't endorse it at all. Many of them endorse it only after a delay or an embargo. Simply deposit it likewise at exactly the same time, immediately upon acceptance, but deposit it as closed access rather than open access. That means that everyone on the web can access the metadata, which is to say the author name, title, etc., abstract, but they cannot access the full text, the postprint. However, the ePrints software and also the DSpace software has a button which any user who encounters a closed access deposit can press after having put their email address into a box. They simply put their email address into a box. There's another box where they can optionally put down the reason that they want a copy of the ePrint, and they simply click, and that sends an automatic email to the author, who simply has to click on a URL in order to have a one copy of the ePrint, that is to say the postprint in electronic form, sent to the ePrint requester. This is an old tradition that has existed now for over 25 years. It used to be requesting reprints, in which authors used to mail paper reprints at their own expense to anyone who asked for them. Now they can send e-prints to any requester, and this will tide over the embargo for the 38% of papers that might have to be set as closed access. And in the meanwhile, the benefits of open access that are described in the paper that Alma Swan will be talking to you about, the benefits will win over everyone else to open access, and soon the pressure for open access will put an end to all of these embargoes. Alma Swan will also tell you about her international study that shows that researchers willingly comply. Over 80% of researchers willingly comply with open access mandates. Over 90% of them, 95% of them comply, but over 80% of them do it happily, as she'll tell you. And my last 2 points are that the way to mandate it is with carrots rather than with sticks. You don't have to make a penalty for not depositing. All you have to do is make sure that performance is assessed via deposits in the repository. The repository will provide you with metrics anyway. If those are the metrics that are used for annual performance evaluation, it simply becomes a bureaucratic matter that instead of putting publications in some other format or in some other place, authors will put it into the repository. The result will be a competitive advantage for your institution initially. This competitive advantage, of course, will disappear once we have 100% open access, but the race is to the swift and the strong. It's to your advantage to adopt an open access self-archiving mandate, a green OA mandate, as soon as possible, because as you will see from this third and last slide that I hope Les will present, Southampton University, which is the university, the first university in the world to adopt, pardon me, it's not the university, it's the Department of Electronics and Computer Science at Southampton, that was the first in the world to adopt an open access self-archiving mandate. It also provided the model for most of the open access self-archiving mandates that are now proliferating around the planet. And as a consequence, as Les will show you, our web metric ranking is very unusually high. I mean, Southampton is an excellent university, but I'm not sure you can make a case for the fact that it's the 25th best in the world and that it's better than Columbia and Yale. Maybe it is, but and third only to after Oxford and Cambridge in the UK. I think some of that advantage is a competitive advantage that we have from having provided open access much earlier. We also provided it at the level of a department, and what I suggest at your institution is that you should come to an institutional agreement on an institution-wide mandate as soon as possible, but spread the news around your departments, because maybe your departments can adopt mandates even faster than the university can. With that, I'll close my presentation. I don't know how long it took, and hope that all of my other colleagues will complete any parts that have been left unclear. Thank you.